Alright, let's see. You find Big Bertrude looking about the black wagon in a disapproving way. She fixes her gaze on you. Her expression does not change. Such a clutter added to this wagon, since we looked upon it last. Unsightly. We remember thee from our abode in... What is this voice? From our abode in Flagging Hands. Then thou must be the reading one to whom Sandalwood referred. She moves in close, studying you. You recall that the mere touch of a bog crone of the southern bogs can induce paralysis, or worse. That one such as thee can extract meaning from that tome. 'Twas a feat we wished to witness for ourselves. Thy flesh has seen but the smallest fraction of the years which ours withstood, and yet we are expected to believe that thou canst understand the Book of Rites. Then she backs away, for someone else has joined you. Hail, Bertrude, madam. Is everything to your liking at this time, or is there something more which you require? Ugh. We have been unable to locate a supply of rotworm gizzard extract among thy belongings. Other than that, we shall lodge no complaint at present. It is possible that Volfred has a small supply among his possessions here. If you would care to accompany me, we may yet procure some. That would be agreeable with us. Then, after you, madam. As they depart, you think you see the lone minstrel nod his head your way. Thanks for the backup, minstrel buddy. I appreciate that. Let us go! Or not. You rise early that morning, though Bertrude is already awake. She scowls at you. Good morning, reader. Bertrude, I trust your stay has not been too uncomfortable? Nay, Sandalwood, the comforts of this place are not for us. Fly us forth from here to lower ground. Let us get on with all of this. The reader here shall do so once the group is ready. I thank you for your patience. So, like, does she join us in the right? I'm gonna be frank. I'm not gonna use her. She doesn't really have much of a hope of leaving this place, if I'm being fully honest, unless there's some way that I end up liking her a lot. A gloom hangs thick above the pit of Melith and all around it. You are brave to seek your adversaries here again, reader. Many in the downside believe it to be nothing more than a foul den. They take the tales of Eastlock Ashelborn to be mythology, embellished through retelling over time. You have met others, such as Witchwood Mield, who believe otherwise, although, whichever their beliefs, I know of none who would go near the place unless the stars demanded it. Thus shall your coming right against the chastity take place in complete secrecy, as always the rites have. Cool. Vocations. What's this? Bertrude slithers up to you as the black wagon passes through the skies above her former abode. Our kind who lurk below. They would scarce believe we soar above them now. We told them when Sandalwood came to fetch us that we shall not return for some time. Our most accomplished laborers, with whom we shared so many moons in exile, we trust that they shall carry forth the reputation of our services, for we taught them all we know. She seems almost nostalgic as she lists off the various services provided at Big Bertrude's. Yeah, okay, I don't care. Yeah, okay, yeah, sure, whatever. Okay, so, vocation. Okay, Pamitha, let's go here. Why do you want to land here? You arrive again in the gloomy hollows of Flagging Hands, already anticipating the sinking feeling that comes with the place. This time, Bertrude has something to say for it. We shall show ye how to withstand the less pleasant qualities of this locale. She reveals various salves and minor enchantments that help to counteract the spirit-draining effects of the region. Soon, everyone is feeling better, if but for the reassurances. Okay. Repair the wagon wheel. What happened? Oh, hi. Volfred is poring over a copy of the Book of Rites as you approach. He looks up at you and smiles. The Road to Freedom, written in a book that hardly anyone believes exists, and fewer still can read and comprehend. Sometimes I marvel how absurd all of this is, my girl. Tell me something, though. I've spent so much time considering the book, but known so few with whom I could discuss it in much detail. You've had some time to turn through it by now, so what do you think? Worth all the fuss? It's tedious. You admit to Wolfred that the contents of the book can be quite tedious to you. He laughs rather heartily at this. Be sure never to say such things within earshot of the lone minstrel or his counterpart, my girl. Though a little blasphemy offends me not. I have a different view of it myself, and find its contents rather fascinating. A portrait of an ancient time, a record of an age thought lost. But, yes, it can be dense in spots. He puts away his copy of the book with care. It is amazing that these volumes have survived for all this time, I think. Whatever they are made of has withstood the ravaging effects of time quite well. And the ideas there contained, they remain rather provocative as well. To think that the Commonwealth disavows of the existence of this book, despite official recognition of the 8 scribes. Although the reasons why are in there written plain. How fascinating that its secrets have been kept for all this time. Anyway, you'll have to excuse me from my extracurricular interests in its teachings. I used to teach a version of its history. To have access to the real thing has brought me some small pleasure. Let us be certain to preserve these volumes for whomever shall be next to use them. He turns his attention to other matters and bids you a good afternoon. Sure. Let's repair the wagon wheel, I guess. In spite of having checked earlier, you realize the black wagon suffered some damage to one of its wheels. Pamatha is already working on repairs, but not having much luck. I'll never get why you Commonwealth plebs like driving on wheels. Hours later, the wheel is fit for travel again, although fixing it seemed to take a toll on her. What the fuck? Bullshit. That sucks. Why did we come here? Are we gonna get a messenger imp about Jodariel? No? Next right? Okay. I understand. Hey girl, what's up? Pamatha is staring out the window as you approach. I miss flying, reader darling. Take it from me, it feels as good as you'd expect. It's not enough for those Commonwealth brutes to cast us down here, if they can get their fingers on us. Then make sure we never fly again once we did. All while calling it an act of mercy. Let me ask you something, You've learned a thing or two. What have your studies taught you of my kind? Share a common ancestor. You understand that, long ago, there was only one tribe. They flew together and conquered the known world, but some of their descendants were born different. These wingless ones had little choice but tend the land with their hands of flesh. Over time, the wingless were disavowed, abandoned. It was said that they were born under dark stars. In time, they formed the Empire, and they fought back. Not all the winged and wingless were at odds, and famous harps such as Saint Trieste Tithys proved kinship could be possible. Nonetheless, old hatreds are not easily assuaged. This is fairly accurate to our account of things. So, in a manner, you yourself are sister to me. My kind certainly aren't known for their good sense of humor, I can tell you that. My little tongue got me into no small amount of difficulty till I learned to keep it well under control. The mountains I come from, the views there certainly are something, but there's a bleakness to it too. Being surrounded only by those consumed by the desire to avenge. We're very proud like that. Everybody vying to be the strongest, to kill the most of you. That way we might just get a shot with the prince. Continue the line, if he even exists. Imagine that being the best case scenario, darling. She shakes her head. Anyway, I was just thinking I'd rather enjoy the traveling we've done. The change of scenery does me some good. Perhaps I'll stick to wandering after all this. In fact, I've a fancy for some wandering right now, if you'll excuse me. Sure. Let us perform the right... Oh, I need a drink, because I'm going to be performing some Manley. Everything is prepared, and night is just beginning to take hold above the muddy bleakness of Pit of Melith, where Wolfred gets your attention. Reader, I suppose you might remember our first meeting with that Manley Tinderstoff. He would be mortified, of course, if you forgot. I would say that he is an embarrassment to my kind, but unfortunately, I have known many others like him. We are a discontented people, I suppose. Anyway, when last we saw him, you might recall that I avoided him. We are not good acquaintances or anything, but he knows enough people in high places that he could be harmful to our plan, should he know of my involvement. And so, Volfred dons his ritual mask. I shall have to be discreet here. As I am with the Nightwings once again, I can no longer hide from him outright. Perhaps, though, he shall take me for a common sap. Anyhow, it seems to me we have a right to conduct. Wait. If he's wearing the raiments, does that mean he'll join us? Yeah, I would rather not. What does this one do? Nope. I have to prepare myself. This is gonna be. Oh, this is gonna be rough. Not the match, but the speaking. Twofold, apparently.
How very strange that you befriended her.
Well, I wouldn't say befriended.
At any rate, your adversaries in this rite shall be the chastity.
Uh-huh.
Put out their flame and walk the path to liberty.
My, what have we here? Why, the Nightwings! Come to grace us with their presence once again. Are you perhaps intent upon humiliating us even more after last time? You sense Volfred reaching out to you. Reader, let us indulge him for the time. Perhaps he shall reveal something we can use to provide a disincentive for his meddling. Just let him keep on talking. I shall attempt to remain hidden. And, the colors of those raiments. I mean, they are rather gaudy in this light, I have to say. Though, I mean no offense at this, of course. So, do you suppose the rite is going to commence soon? As much as I enjoy our chats like this, I do have to get going soon. Oh, it's killing me. If you must know why, I'm expecting an important message. From the other side, no less. Come on. I hear something is brewing out there. Some sort of unrest, So, yes, it's a very important message. Sent all this way by one of those imp couriers. And I must say, those little things, their services are certainly not cheap. I'm losing it. Though, I'm sure that I could get you a good deal on their services if you wish. Perhaps to contact a loved one back home, All I ask, of course, is that you stand aside and let the chastity prevail, as well we ought. For I've a date with destiny not long from now, upon the fall of Soliam. He continues talking for some time, until at last the rite is set to start. God, okay, good. Oh, I don't wanna... Hold a moment, reader. The crone Bertrude slithers forth, wearing the raiments of the rites. Now that Bertrude is among our ranks, it would be best if you became familiar with her repertoire. You have no obligation to make use of her abilities, of course. Good Bertrude, please show the reader something of your aptitude. Okay, yeah, whatever. Pounce. The pounce. The pounce is quite good. The slither is also... It's sick drifts. The blast is really good. Yeah. Everybody has a power blast. Why are you giving me a tutorial for that? I'm definitely not going to use her. I don't like that moveset. Now, what was the voice? Now then, reading one. Know that our freedom is of little consequence to us. We side with ye because of Sandalwood, because of his plan. We shall aid ye in the rites, and we shall aid ye in that plan. Thus we are at thy disposal, and await thy bidding. Not gonna use her. If she doesn't care about her freedom anyway, then why use her? Oh ho, my! Look at this wonderful assembly of exiles come from all different corners. Such a colorful retinue you Nightwings have. You know, I heard the most preposterous rumor about you. that you are harboring an especially notorious criminal. One who has designs upon the Commonwealth itself. He looks right at Volfred. But I could not imagine such outlandish tales could possibly be true. Anyhow, I so would like to meet everyone here. Hello, good Nightwings. I am H. Manley Tenderstaff, and truly, it is a pleasure to make your acquaintance. Manley has intruded on your privacy as you sit to choosing your triumvirate. He could not be less welcome. He seems to be searching for someone in your ranks. I will ask him politely to leave. You suggest to Manley that perhaps he ought to check on his own triumvirate in the key moments prior to the rite. Why, yes, of course, of course. I was just taking the opportunity to bid all of you salutations, for I so enjoy getting to meet my fellow exiles face to face like this. Yes, yes, there may be rules against this type of thing, but who's counting, am I right? I'm sure the scribes won't mind if they were here. Anyway, now that you mention it, I want to go check on my wonderful colleagues. See you shortly, and good luck. Ugh, it kills me. Manley leaves at last, leaving you to focus on the rite again. Okay, so I can't have... Okay, we will do... Hey! And Rookie is quite good. And I definitely want to... Who would be the most helpful to our goals? Man. Tizo, I guess? Now that your Darnell's gone, I'm like at a loss. Are you quite ready, oh Nightwings? I doubt you are. Because my colleagues of the Chastity and I, we have a trick or two we think shall take you by surprise. Just watch. His voice does actually kill me. This kills the Luka. Get fucked! Damn right we do. Okay, Rookie. Rookie and his... What was that? That seemed to, send me flying in a direction that I did not abide. Woo! Get fucked! Amethyst has dunked the flame. Whoop! Go, 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 go! No! He bounced. Get fucked. Oh god! Wow. Okay. Wait, no, that was stupid. Why did I do that? Okay, no, that bounce is really annoying. Okay. Alright. Oop. Hell yeah! They are very bad at this. Perhaps you're merely toying with me, hmm? Well, all of this is very, very funny, but now stand aside and let old Manley wrap this up, won't you? Won't you? Ugh, Manley.
Manley Tenderstaff has such a mind for politics.
Well, they lose.
On the rights, and it is done. The Nightwings prevail.
They did not get a point.
Shall simply smite them down next time.
Hey, whoa, whoa, hey, whoa. Let's not go crazy.
This night's proceeding.
My word! How could this happen to me? You deceitful, ignorant, utterly uncouth pack of fools! Have you any idea what you've done? Fulford watches the outburst in silence. Keep spouting off like that, Manley, and you shall reveal all we need to know. You harbor such fear within your heart there, don't you? Coming from the aristocracy and now in exile, how they must speak of you. What will they think of you if you don't get out, or even if you do? Volford remains deep in thought, studying his adversary. There, I see. I see now. Then Volford recedes into the shadows. What's my head? Who? Oh, I believe there must be some mistake. I have to go. Ta-ta! Fine evening to you now. That ta-ta was more like a hiya! That's not what I was going for. It's been a pleasure, genuinely so. And he stumbles away in a stupor. And there he goes. I've lifted certain burdens from him for the time. A bit of mercy for his sake, for my people's sake. As well, it should ensure he has no lasting memory of our encounter here, or running into me. Now let's be off, before he catches up with us again. Cool. He erased Manley's memories? That's fucked up. Didn't realize he could do that. I know, buddy. Ooh. That one's quite good. And yeah. Sorry, Bertrude. I'm not super feeling you.